Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about working with renters as new agents. This or a seasoned agent, this can actually be a very good opportunity for you. So I do want to show you a couple of things with that, but before I get started on those, I just want to talk about the benefits from it. So working with renters is very similar to working with buyers, but also very different. So when you're working with renters, you do want to kind of gauge and pre-qualify your renters before you really get invested with them, because a lot of property management companies does require a minimum credit score. So it's a good idea to talk to the different property managers that we have within our brokerage and kind of see what those scores, what those minimum scores are. We usually see about 580 to 600, because getting that started ahead of time will also save you some time. Working with renters can be a little exhausting because it's not the same as buying, where they find they have a lot of options. Their options are going to be a lot more restricted because, there might be a pet situation, a room situation, rent, schools, a lot of factors can come into play, whereas buyers have more choices, so it kind of helps them be a little bit more lenient. So first I want to show you, if you have a buyer, a renter, what you have to do to make sure that you get the finder's fee. And that's another significant difference. The finder's fee is actually very, very tiny compared to like a commission with a buyer. But this could pay off for you in the long run, because if you build a good rapport with a renter, when they're if their credit needs a little bit of work before they can qualify to buy, like, these could absolutely turn into buyers for you in the long run. So this is a long-term game, and it can definitely pay off. So definitely something to keep in your back pocket, and it's a way to kind of keep some money coming in if you choose to work with them. So when you're in Brokerment, you're going to create a transaction just like you normally would, keying in their information. But the checklist that you're going to add is actually the rental finder's fee checklist. So you would just click on add, scroll down until you get to the rentals finder fee. So once you have that in place, it's going to bring up this checklist for you. There's two forms that you're going to need to have filled out and signed by you and your client. And we're going to look at each form. The MLS printout for the rental property, this is so when you find the house that they want to put an offer on to rent, you want to make sure that you upload a copy of that so it shows the finder's fee. And I'll show that to you guys in a second, just so you can make sure that you're getting what you're supposed to. So the unrepresented party form, the reason why you're going to use this is because technically they are not your clients, they are customers. So you want to disclose that they are just going to be customers and not clients, and that you are just helping them with trying to find a property to rent. So their name would go here. The property address that they are interested in would go here. And then Keller Williams, which is the name of our firm. And then they would be tenants. That's what you're going to click on. And then everybody gets the sign. So if it's a couple, then they sign here and then you sign there. This is something that you would be sending over to the property manager once they figured out which property that they want to put a application on. The other one is going to be the showing disclosure form. Now, this form is how you're going to make sure that you get paid. So this form, you're going to say the prospective tenant is a customer. Remember, they're always going to be customers, not clients. And then you're going to put in the address that they're interested in, the date that it was shown, and then you're going to put the listing agent's information here. So the property manager's name, the actual agent itself, their MLS IDs, which we'll look at that when I pull up the MLS, as well as their cell phone number, the finder's fee that's stated in there, or the cash amount. So it's usually a percentage of like the first month's rent, first full month's rent, or it's an actual dollar amount. This also is going to go over to the agent when they get ready to put an application in. So you're going to have all of your information plugged in here as well. And your MLS ID is your login number that you use to get access REIN. So you're going to want to make sure all of this is filled out with their names. The reason why you do this is because if they get approved, you're going to need to have proof showing that you're the one that showed them the property. So you get all of this filled out, and then you're going to send it over to the property manager of the house that they're going to apply for. Now, how do you locate them rentals? So locating them rentals is actually very similar to locating properties that are for sale. So once you get logged in, you're going to click on Matrix. You're going to go under search, and instead of hitting residential, you're going to scroll down here to rental. After that, you'll see the very similar screen, just like this. You're going to put a price on what they want to pay per month. So let's say they want to pay somewhere around $1,200 to $1,400. You would put it just like that. And then let's say that they're looking for, let's just say Chesapeake, since it's right there. That's not going to work because it's not bringing up any searches. So we're going to scroll down, and maybe we can do Norfolk instead. All right, so Norfolk brought me 13 matches. You can, if you look back at criteria, you can actually be very specific if they need at least 3 bedrooms and stuff, but just for learning purposes, we're just going to look at what they have up here. So as you see, most of these are 2 bedrooms. There are a couple of 3 bedrooms in there. So let's say that they wanted to put an offer in on this particular house. So it's this paper that you're going, I say paper because it's the front of the screen, but it's this that you're going to be uploading into Brokerment underneath the MLS printout rental property. So that's what we're looking for. So you can easily just click on print, and then you do agent full, and you would either print it or print to PDF. If you preview it, it shows that full screen right there. So that's what you're looking to upload. And in addition to that, what you're looking at here is your finder's fee. And this one is $50. Now, most of them offer a bit more than that. So application fee, that's how much the person who is looking to rent will pay per adult to apply to live there. So if it's a married couple, it's $40 a piece. If it's a married couple with an 18-year-old child, that's $120. So it's important that they understand it's usually for every adult. Now, if you look at some of these other houses, when we look at the finder's fee, see this one is $300. This one is $150. This is 10% of first month's rent, so that makes that $125. So as you see, it's not a lot of money, but again, this is an opportunity to build your database and your personal sphere and get paid for it. So it could pay off in the long run if you're willing to put in the work. There are plenty of agents who do this, make the little bit of money off of the finder's fee, and then keep in contact with their clients who are the customers, I should say, who are renting, and turn them into clients near the end of their lease and get them ready to buy a house. So I hope this is good information for you guys. I hope you can take this and turn it into some money in your pocket as well. If you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know or reach out to any other seasoned agents. Our current property managers that we have in our office, we have David Oglesby, and we have Karina, and I believe Christina, I might have that name wrong, but feel free to reach out to them and kind of pick their brain and see what they think. They also, when they have a new rental coming up, love to work with new agents to hold it open, basically, to allow renters that come in and out, and they'll make sure that you get the finder's fee paid off of that. So great opportunity here. So hopefully this helps. Now go make some money.